All right, y'all, man. The best wide receivers of all time, top 15. Um, I go with Reggie Wayne, number 15, a six-time Pro Bowler, one-time first-team All-Pro. He won a Super Bowl ring too. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 1,000-yard seasons. He's a great man. His best was 1,510. Led the lead in receiving once. He got 14,345 yards. And then 82 touchdowns. Yards per game, 68. He was a good receiver for sure. Possession receiver. I got Brandon Marshall, number 14, six-time Pro Bowler. He made first-team All-Pro just like Reggie Wayne. So I don't get why Marshall never mentioned. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. He had 8 1,000-yard seasons just like him. His highest was 1,500 yards, just like Reggie Wayne. They're very similar. 12,351 yards, 69 yards per game. So he had one higher than Reggie Wayne, 69 to 68. His last year, he played Seattle, the Giants, the Jets, Bears, Miami, and Denver. That kind of hurt him a little bit playing for all those teams, but he played for 6 different teams. Led the lead in touchdowns once. He had 83 that one year. So yeah, Reggie Wayne led the lead in receiving yards before. Brandon Marshall led the lead in yards before. So yeah, Brandon Marshall, he was a beast for Miami too. Miami and Denver, when him and Jay Cutler, they was going crazy. Then Miami, he went off too. His best year, his best yards year was 1,502. But he only did, he did it twice actually. 2012 was as high as 1,508. So he had 2 dominant years, and then 6 other years we had at least 1,000 yards. So he got 8 1,000-yard seasons. Number 13, I got Chad Johnson. He only had like a 10-year career. 6-time Pro Bowler. I think Reggie Wayne made 6 Pro Bowls, right? I think I said that. Brandon Marshall and Reggie Wayne made first-team All-Pro one time. Chad Johnson made first-team All-Pro twice. So he basically was top 2 receiver, twice in the league, and that's hard to do. 4, 5, 6. He only got 7. He got 7 1,000-yard seasons. I ain't gonna say only to Reggie Wayne and them 8. Reggie Wayne had 8 and Brandon Marshall had 8. But he got 11,059 yards, 67 touchdowns, and then 66.6 yards per game. Chad Ochocinco, man, the receivers not gonna have as many accolades as the running backs because they give out MVP to running backs more. But here we go. Number 12, I got Steve Smith, 5-time Pro Bowler. Chad Johnson made 6. They both made 2 first-team All-Pros. I think it's just having a longer career. Steve Smith was good too, but Chad got an argument here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. He made one more. He had 8 1,000-yard seasons to Chad Johnson 7 though. Steve Smith, 14,731 yards, 81 touchdowns to Chad, like 59 though, or 66, something like that. That was the difference for me. 67.3 yards per game. Remember, he played till he was 37, so that went down a little bit. He was the beast with the Carolina Panthers. His best year, he led the lead in touchdowns, receptions, and yards in 2005. I think this year they went to the Super Bowl too, or the year after. 103 receptions for 1,563 yards and 12 touchdowns. They had Jake Delhomme. He was all right. Number 11, I got Andre Johnson. I used to have Steve Smith 10, and then I had Johnson 11. Then I had Julio 12, but now Julio's in my top 10 now. I think he just played long enough to get his credit. Andre Johnson, 7-time Pro Bowler, so he made more Pro Bowls than Chad Johnson and Steve Smith, and he made the same amount of All-Pro first teams. That's 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7,000-yard seasons. Yeah, basically similar to everybody else that's behind him. 7 1,000-yard seasons. He led the lead in receiving yards twice, led the lead in receptions twice, led the lead in yards per game 3 times. 14,185 yards, 70 touchdowns, 73.5 yards per game. Andre Johnson, man, great receiver. Number 10, I got Chris Carter. I got Chris Carter, number 10. These next 2 guys, I think it was, I don't want them to be, I love what they're doing. I love Chris Carter as an analyst, and I love Michael Irvin, what he's doing on NFL Network. But I think their careers was a little overrated. a little bit. But anyway, Chris Johnson, 8-time Pro Bowler. Chris Carter, I'm sorry, 2-time first team All Pro. So he basically made one more Pro Bowl than the guy ahead of him. The guy he ahead of, Andre Johnson. They both made 2 first team All Pros. So I just don't get. That's what I'm saying. Like, people talk about Chris Carter all the time. But I just told y'all his career is similar to Steve Smith and Andre Johnson. People talk about Steve Smith a lot, but not Andre Johnson. Don't even get mentioned. You know what I'm saying? It's like they got the same kind of career basically. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And he had 8 1,000-yard seasons. And his best season was 1,371. Andre Johnson and Steve Smith was basically 1,500 yards. So yeah, but Chris Carter had 130 touchdowns though too. 13,899 yards and 59.4 yards per game. He got off to a slow start though. He didn't start. First year he played 9 games and then start none. He had 9 yards per game, so that messed his whole average up. But yeah, he wasn't as dominant as people say. But he receptions he led the league once, touchdowns 3 times. Hall of Famer, 8-time Pro Bowler, and 2-time first team All Pro. Number 9, I got Michael Irvin. I couldn't put him no higher than this. Maybe a debate for number 8, but Michael Irvin is a 5-time Pro Bowler. He made first team All Pro once, 3-time Super Bowl champ. 11,904 yards, 65 touchdowns. So he basically the same as he got the same numbers as Chad Johnson. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7-time 7,000-yard seasons, 65 touchdowns, 74.9 yards per game. He had receptions. He had 750. Playoffs, he averaged 82.2 yards per game though. Yeah, but Michael Irvin, he's a Hall of Famer. Great guy, man. Number 8, I got Julio Jones. 7-time Pro Bowler, 2-time first team All Pro, just like Chris Carter. Chris Carter made 1 more Pro Bowl, but Julio's still playing. He's still the top 5 receiver in the league right now, and his prime was way better than Chris Carter. Way better than Chris Carter's, and it was better than Michael Irvin's. Michael Irvin had a little bit better prime than Chris Carter. Yeah, because he had look at this. He had 1,593 yards, 1,871, 1,409, 1,444, 1,677. Then at the age of 30 this year, he played 15 games and had 1,394. So he played 1 more game. 3. So he had 1,400 yards, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 years in a row. Then last year he was 6 yards away. He missed 1 game. So yeah, he led the league in receptions once, yards twice, 12,124 yards, 25 yards, 57 touchdowns. And Carter got 130 though. Yards per game 3. He led the league yards per game 3 times at 96.2. That's the highest so far out of the receivers. In the playoffs, he put up 104.3 yards per game in the playoffs. He scored 6 touchdowns in only 8 games. He's so dominant, man. Like, Julio's the man. And I think he's gonna pass. I got Fitzgerald 7 and Marvin Harrison 6. I think he's gonna pass both of them when his career over. Larry Fitzgerald is number 7 because he made first team All Pro only 1 time. Julio made it twice and he's still playing. Fitzgerald's still playing too, but he's not gonna. I don't know. He haven't had 1,000 yards in 3 years. This is, if he don't get this year, that'd be 3rd year in a row without 1,000. But he made 11 Pro Bowls, 1 time first team All Pro, 17,083 yards, 120 touchdowns. It's just the total number that he got him in. 1,000-yard seasons, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9,000 1,000-yard seasons. Literally the receptions twice. He got 1,378. 17,083 yards total, like I said. Led the lead in touchdowns twice, 120 total, 68.3 yards per game. Still playing at a high level still. Last year he had 804 yards and he had 734. So he's still playing. He probably top 20 receivers in the league. Marvin Harrison, number 6. He need to perform better in the playoffs though, but playoffs is a way smaller sample size, man. Marvin Harrison made 8 Pro Bowls, but he made 3 first team All Pros. So I feel comfortable putting him number 6. 1-time Super Bowl champ. 8-time 8 1,000-yard seasons. Led the league in receptions twice. Led the league in touchdowns twice. Led the league in yards twice. Led the league in touchdowns once. Led the league in yards per game twice. 76.7 yards per game. 14,580 yards. 128 touchdowns. He got 8 more than Fitzgerald. So that should be Fitzgerald goal, trying to get about 10 touchdowns that he could pass him. He won the Super Bowl too. That's what I'm talking about with the playoffs. The playoffs, he averaged, it ain't bad. 55 yards per game. He played 16 games, only scored 2 touchdowns. That's the little bit of knock on him. But number 5, I got Antonio Brown. I know it might sound, I'm about to explain it, man. I think he's the 5th best receiver ever. The top 4 is like probably gonna stay the same for a minute. But Antonio Brown made 7 Pro Bowls, and he made 4 first team All Pros. So he made more first team All Pros than Marvin Harrison, Larry Fitzgerald, Julio Jones. He had 3 though. So he could make it next year. Brown could be tied. Michael Irvin, he made more All Pros than Chris Carter, first team All Pros. Andre Johnson, Steve Smith, Chad Johnson, Brandon Marshall, and Reggie Wayne. So all the people they say, rank high. Antonio Brown having a better career than all those guys, man. Antonio Brown is 5'10", 185, so he's a speedy, great route runner receiver. He led the league in receptions twice. He got 841. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 1,000-yard seasons. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 6. He has 6 in a row before that New England when he played 1 game. He has 6 in a row, but that's 7 1,000-yard seasons, 11,263. That's 75 touchdowns, 86 yards per game. Led the league in yards twice, led the league in touchdowns once, yards per game once. Reception, he had 136 receptions in 1 year. 2, 3, 4, 5. So 2019, he played 1 game with the Patriots, right? So let's throw that year out real quick. Let's do 2013 to 2018. So 2, 3, 4, 6-year stretch. He had 110 catches, 129 catches, 136, 106, 101, and 104. So 6 years in a row, he had 100 catches, 100 receptions. Yards, he had 1,499. I'm sorry, 1,499, 1,698. Then he had 1,834, 1,284, 1,533, and then 1,297. And then so he had so these 6 years he had over 100 catches, over 1,000 yards. He had over 10 touchdowns, 4 out of the 6. He had 9 touchdowns and 8 touchdowns, but he had 75 total, which is not bad. A guy that's 5'10", yards per game, 86. And then in the playoffs, he 83.7 yards per game. His numbers speak for itself, man. 4-time first team All Pro. Number 4, I got Calvin Johnson, 6-time Pro Bowler, 3-time first team All Pro. He would have had an argument with for the second spot with Marston T.O., honestly, but he retired early, but still top 4 receiver ever. 11,619 yards, 83 touchdowns, 731 catches. Led the league in catches 1 time, led the league in yards twice. Got the record still, 1,964 yards. I think that's still the record in 2012. Led the league in yards per game twice, and then touchdowns once. He had 83 touchdowns, 11,619 yards, but he get double and triple team too. Like in the red zone too. I would say they keep an eye on him. Like he could have did more if he'd have had a better receiver on the other side. But yards per game, 86, 731 catches in the playoffs. 148 yards per game. He played 1 game. His 1 playoff game, he had 12 catches for 211 yards and 2 touchdowns. They lost. To 2014, he had 5 catches for 85 yards. So he had 2 touchdowns in 2 games. 296 yards in 2 games, 148 yards per game. So he dominated the playoffs for those 2 games. 6'5", 237-pound receiver, man. So he made how many first team All? He made 3. So Antonio Brown made 4 team All Pros. Antonio Brown made 4 first team All Pros. Calvin made 3. T.O. made 5, man. So it's different levels, man. I say T.O. Monson, like Bryce is tier 1. And then Calvin and AB too. Calvin and AB like the same, but Calvin is the freakiest athlete though, man. 6-time Pro Bowler, 5-time first team All Pro. He got 15,934 yards, 153 touchdowns, and 72.8 yards per game. 1,078 receptions. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 1,000-yard seasons. 153 touchdowns. That's what I'm saying. He got 153 touchdowns to Calvin, 153. I'm just saying, man, T.O.'s up there, man, as far as top receivers of all time. Randy Moss is number 2. 6-time Pro Bowler. He made 4 first-team All-Pros. Randy Moss, my favorite player of all time, 4-time first-team All-Pro. He won Offensive Rookie of the Year in '98. They was 15-1. That was one of the best offenses ever. 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 1,000-yard seasons, man. 15,292 yards, 156 touchdowns, 70.1 yards per game. In the playoffs, 65 yards per game. He had 10 touchdowns in the playoffs in 15 games. That's great, man. Like he would have been at almost a touchdown a game. The number 1 is Jerry Rice. The longevity, the route running, the catching, everything. 13-time Pro Bowler, 10-time first-team All-Pro, Offensive Player of the Year twice, 3-time Super Bowl champ. He won with let's see. Yeah, he 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 1,000-yard seasons. He had the most, and then Moss was second, I think, with 10. 14 1,000-yard seasons, led the league in receiving yards 6 times, man. And his highest was 1,848. Led the league in receptions twice. He had 4 seasons where he had 100 catches. Like I said, 14 1,000-yard seasons, led the league 6 times. So touchdowns, he led the league in touchdowns 6 times, and he had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 seasons where he had at least 10 touchdown catches. Yards per game, he led the league 6 times, just like in yards. 75.6 yards per game. He basically played 16 games except for like 97. 97, 87. Yeah. In the playoffs, Jerry Rice still was balling, 77.4 yards per game. Like, if you have a 62.5, I think you get 1,000 yards. So, he played 29 playoff games and had 22 touchdowns. Like, that's ridiculous, man. Like, he had 197 touchdowns, almost 200 touchdowns. Like, it's his number. He's number 1. And now, under 20 minutes again, man. The top 15 receivers of all time. Number 1, Jerry Rice. Number 2, Randy Moss. Number 3, number 3, Terrell Owens. Number 4, Calvin Johnson. 5, Antonio Brown. 6, Marvin Harrison. 7, Larry Fitzgerald. 8, Julio Jones. 9, Marvin Harrison. Number 9, Michael Irvin. 10, Chris Carter. 11, Andre Johnson. 12, Steve Smith. 13, Ocho Cinco. 14, Brandon Marshall. Then 15 is Reggie Wayne. So let me know what y'all think about my top 15 wide receivers of all time. Some other mentions, Steve Largent. I can't remember the other guys, but I don't just go by total. Just like running backs, Frank Gore, like if you look at his career, he got 15,000 yards. He's like 3rd all time, but I still don't have him on top 15 overall running backs. To me, cumulative stats don't matter more than how much you dominated, you know. Yeah, but that's the top 15 wide receivers of all time, man. NFL history, man. And then one more time, Jerry Rice he's number 1. He made 10 first-team All-Pros. Randy Moss is 2nd. He made 4. Antonio Brown made 4. He's 5th. Calvin Johnson made 3. He's 4th. And then the 3rd, T.O. made 5. So T.O. was like 2nd. So I'm just saying, like, Antonio Brown's up there, man. He made 4 first-team All-Pros, to Calvin Johnson 3, to T.O. 5, and Moss, I think Moss had 4. So that's my top 5 receivers, man. Top 15 receivers. Top 5 again is Jerry Rice number 1, Randy Moss 2, T.O. 3, Calvin Johnson 4, then Antonio Brown number 5.